Generic greetings and welcome back once again to a chill session on Kingdoms and Castles, where in the previous episode we built, among other things, the Great Library, which increases the maximum knowledge of libraries within its radius, provides a way to research bonuses for your kingdom, and large amount of happiness. So this is the happiness bonus around here, so it gains most of the townsfolk, I think. We also have libraries within its radius. We have, that's a clinic actually over there. Where is the nearest library? There's a library there, and I think we may have one somewhere else, but I'm actually going to try and place one somewhere maybe around here. That might work out. Anyway, we'll see how we get on. We also managed to obviously get more food. We got orchards and naturally defended against some attacks. Next dragon attack is in 7 years, and the next Viking attack isn't actually shown for some reason, so I don't know what's happened there. Oh, there we go. It's now 9 years, so that's fine. Year 109, so we are progressing on quite nicely. Now, there has been some discussion regarding a couple of things, but mainly focusing around the walls. If we go over to our main waterfront over this side, we can see that we have all of these towers with obviously the ballistas on the top there. Let's just pause it for a moment. And we also have this sort of two-toned bit of water here where we can see it's sort of lighter towards the coast and then darker there. Now this is the shallow water and this is the deep water, and I did realise previously that you can place piers only on the shallow water, which makes perfect sense. However, what I didn't know is that the Vikings, and it sort of makes perfect sense, that they can only go through the shallow water, which we've seen many a time over here. So the Vikings will attack, and well, you can see their rough path because they tend to come this way, and then they'll come round to this edge, and then they'll actually go in the water and then around. And there's been some discussion saying that basically we should place our piers 1, 2, 3, 4 so they will not be able to walk round. Now that's actually a fairly decent idea. However, I also think that we've had very good success with this as a choke point, where as they are coming along here, we're able to obviously shoot them with all of these weapons that we have, the towers of both the ballista and the archer towers, and they get slowed down, and it's a choke point where we can basically situate our armies there. We've got our 2 knights in the retinue which come along and then defend against that. So what I might do instead is sort of remove that tree there. We'll chop that tree and then place another tower with archers on so they'll get more shots in, and use that as a choke point instead of them destroying a wall. Let's see how that goes, and we'll just, like I said, see if that's a good idea or not. We can always change it if we need to. What I want to build in this episode is probably some more housing, because that is generally the way forward. So let's just randomly rotate a couple around, and there, and then I like to place like a cottage sort of there, and then there's going to be cottages either side because we'll have the road running down. Although, do I want to make it run across into up to that one because that's rare that's connected? That's actually probably what I do. I think, yeah, I've already basically talked myself out of doing what I originally wanted to do. But yes, we'll place 2 manor houses there and then a small little cottage in that corner, so that'll be quite good. Obviously that'll get more people, which is what we're trying to do. Happiness is at 72, trending towards 72. Because of our tax rate of 25%, obviously they're not great, but the health is good. We do have a limited supply of fish/pork on 79%, but fruits are good and the wheat bread is good as well. We're also trying to get some more tools, but we have set up both of these to only produce tools, so perhaps that will work out now that we're not producing loads and loads of weaponry, which you can see for armaments here. We have +4 last year, but we've got in total storage 325, so that's quite a bit. In terms of our research, you can see we've already got the armor piercing ballista technology, which we got off the trader, but we have another 4 other options. Armor piercing arrows, which is the same but for archers. We have stronger sails, which is transport ship speed. We don't care about that. Improved construction techniques, reduces construction costs by 10% for wood and 5% for stone. That's very good and something that you probably benefit from earlier on, but we'll see if we go for that one. And then finally, improved bread ovens, increases the speed at which bakers can make bread. Well, we've got a baker up here, and I think that's about it. That's the only baker that we have. So if we build more wheat fields around this area, which I was planning on doing, because as you can see, these are very fertile, we'll place some bakers in this corner as well. So we'll see about that. But either way, food is pretty good at the moment. In fact, I don't think we can store the max amount that we need to. But there you are. Dragons within 6 years and Vikings within 9. I also want to try and build some of these statues. 3 statues in the game. We have Lord Levy, Queen Barbara, and Lord Nextraxus. Nextraxtus? That one there, the dragon guy. So the first one says Lord Levy, guardian of the forest and all its creatures. Queen Barbara, in Fig we trust, and the Lord, a dragon should appreciate this statue, said by the sculptor. So I don't know what either of them do. Many people have suggested and said what they do. Could be the conflicting information. I'm sure a wiki will sort it out, but quite frankly, the fun is in finding out. So I plan on putting, you can see there's a big radius there, and I'm going to assume it's a happiness bonus. You can see there's a big radius there, so it'll be a happiness bonus. This is the, what is it, it's the statue of the forest, so maybe putting it outside near the forest would be the way forward. Maybe move some of these charcoal makers to this side and put it in that corner. That might be a pretty cool idea. Also, if we do that, where would we place the others? Well, we could also place, well, back here, we've got Queen Barbara and Fig we trust, and then the dragons should appreciate it. Now, people have said that they actually come towards the dragon statue, which is interesting, so maybe placing it in this corner here, where there's basically rocks and nothing to set on fire, and then we've got loads of archers and catapults to take it out. That might be the way forward. It also, again, increases the happiness around it. And then the other one, we'll probably put it maybe over here. I mean, it would fit over here, and it goes near the Noria. In fact, I quite like the idea of it overlooking the Noria there. So, you know what? I'm going to place it. I'm going to place our first statue of the game there. We can place, as I said, another house back there and a small one there. So let's place that there. That is okay. In fact, should we place the others? Let's just place the others and see what we're like. We'll place the dragon in here, maybe a little bit away. I think. Do you want to make it look at there? No, I like it looking out over the sea. So maybe. Oh, do you want to rotate it that way to look over the rocks, as if it's climbing on the rocks? Yeah, I think we'll place it there. There's the dragon. And then finally we have Lord Levy, which we will place. So we've got one there, so that's a bonus around there. Place one here, there's a bonus there. So we need one around this area to cover the rest of the houses, which, to be fair, it does fit in right in that corner, and it's right near the trees. So there you go. It wasn't too difficult, was it, to place those? So hopefully that will work out for us quite nicely. We have 666 people. What I'm going to do is go over to our town square here, and we'll have a festival. So it is let the festival begin, and hopefully we'll get more people. We also should be able to talk the advisors here, because yes, there is a button for it. So it took too long to start our harvest. Some of it was ruined by the winter. Improving paths to a granary would help. Well, we've got the best paths that we possibly can. The only thing we'd do is pretty much put a big cut through here, but that would mean the removal of a lot of this. City. Some quarries have no place to store their stone. Workers halted. We need stockpiles, and apparently for the military, good day. And that's all they have to say, really. So the quarries don't have stockpiles. Well, there's a quarry there. That is our stockpiles, which stores 330 stone. So that one's working okay. These ones are still producing iron, which is fine. Our other quarries are over this side, and actually, where are they storing their stone? They are, I don't think they're storing their stone anyway. Actually, no, that is hang on, I'm trying to find it. That is an iron mine anyway. So where's the other stone? The other stone's elsewhere. 1 second, over here. And yes, they've actually used all of that. So that small stockpile, we've said store 900, but they're not actually storing anything. So stone output is set. Yeah, they're not actually. Oh, they are still. Are they still producing or not? It says they're still producing, I think. Okay, fine. Maybe that's. Maybe there's some little issues there, but now we've got more people. At least they'll do the rest of the jobs that may be required there. So nice to see you again. Do you care for any spells? So they are simply asking us, do we want any spells here? Because we are friends forever with all of our available spells. Feed peasants instantly. Cure the plague. Tree double yield. Viking smite and dragon smite. We don't want any of those really, so We'll probably leave that. In terms of gold, we have 650. Obviously, I did spend some on the road there, and obviously the statues as well. Let's have a quick look on the statue. We can see there's a Queen Barbara in Fig we trust. We can see our statue there overlooking the aqueduct network. We've got over here a dragon, which, oh, we actually have some sort of... Huh. That's now completed, is it? I was going to say we got some, like, smouldering stuff around the dragon, which is, like, a nice effect, but actually it was just building. So, yeah, that happened. I actually prefer it when it was like that. But anyway, you can see the dragons in there, and hopefully that is going to provide some happiness bonus around the area. And then finally, up here, we can see that we are building this other one as well. We do want some archers, and it's something I've been wanting for quite some time, so we might need to build some archer training schools or something. But let's have a quick look at the merchant ship here. So in terms of selling, we have more than enough timber to sell, and we'll sell stone, we'll sell... We've got charcoal to sell. We have got loads of charcoal to sell. So 93, and... we have 50 armaments and 23 food. So that's going to give us 799 gold. So a very decent price there. I'm also going to probably buy in some fish, because it would be nice to get that diet of fish/pork increase there. In fact, they do sell some pork, so we could buy that, but it's going to cost 500. Quite frankly, I don't want to spend that much. I'm happy buying some of the fish there for people, and that'll be okay, but I think the rest of it will leave. Okay, not too bad at all. So we've got the statues getting built. We have some people idle, which is far from ideal, but let's go over to our castle, and we can see we've got a couple of things we can build, but there's an archer school here that we have not yet built. So where could an archer school go? Well, it can go pretty much anywhere where it wants, but I'd like the idea of having it perhaps around here, because this is near the rest of the castle. Now, this is where we coming to a little bit of a situation where obviously this is not a large kingdom, but it is a kingdom that we have we're continuously expanding the walls. Now, it's probably best to leave some of the internal walls, at least some of the internal defences, for people getting past, and have it, as was discussed, like a lair. But I don't know where would we build this? Would we place an archer school like on this side and maybe expand out and across? That's a huge area to expand to, and we have the next dragon attack shortly. I may go ahead and do that though. Go ahead and extend it sort of along there. Do we need it though? Well, it's not really about need, it's about want, isn't it? Okay, the other option is that we place the archer school elsewhere. So we'd have to place it perhaps in this corner, which it would actually fit in that corner. Seems a bit of an interesting one, although it's right next to the blacksmith, which would sort of produce that stuff. Do we want to do that? It's well away from the keep, but it's in a place where, you know, it's not a big problem. The other option would be obviously to remove some of these houses and place it here, which I'm not against, but is it something that we want to do? You know what? I sort of do. Let's demolish these, which obviously will make some people, it says homeless, but once we build over here we should be fine. So we want another manor in there, followed by a little hovel just nestled in the corner there, so that should be alright. 734 people, but only 688 beds, so we probably need to make some more and make them sharpish. So what's the best course of action here? Well, you can see the Nori is on this side, and if we go over to our roads, the roads... That's not roads. That is... Yeah, so we have to build roads along here. We can't build them where that Noria is. So the road's going to have to go along here and along here. So I think what we'll do is just increase this along, and then we're just going to place manors around here. Like I said, random rotation, just to break it up a little bit. And then we'll probably place a pub at the end. Something like that, and that will hopefully be enough for people here. And you see the peasants, it's recently homeless, so we're going to obviously get that built hopefully sooner rather than later. But then now we can go ahead and build the archer school over there, so that should be good. Hungry, my house has no food, and that's because your house isn't built yet. Ah, not to be the saying there. Well, there is a market in this corner, so there is enough food, I hope, for all of those people. Fire brigade we've got, but we don't have a well around here. But we've got water on the edge, so that should be fine. And it is fresh water because it's the aqueduct and Nori network. And we've also got this thing here, which is stone removal, which, as people pointed out, and I didn't realise, you can set it to remove these big stone blocks. I didn't know that. So I knew you could remove these ones. Empty cave can be removed with the rock removal tool. Well, I thought it was a tool. It's not. It's just the thing you can place in industry, rock removal. But you can also use it to remove these big rocks, so we're going to do that. So sadly, people are indeed quite sad because of their homelessness. Should have really built more homes. I thought we had more space than we did, but there you are. You can see there's people not idle now because they are very, very busy building their homes. I've decreased the tax rate somewhat to try and artificially boost that up there. Let's just put up to max speed and let these guys crack on with the building. In terms of food, we are okay in storing what we require. Once these houses are built, you can see it's not taking too long to get these ones in. We should be fine. I wonder if there's anything I can place under here. I can place a well, and I mean, placing a well under the Nori seems a little bit strange, but we are going to place one in there. And in terms of, actually, you know what? Maybe demolish the well. Can we put any other buildings under there? No. What about a pub? I very much doubt a pub. A tavern. Tavern won't fit under either. It would be nice though, wouldn't it? Because it would be a nice tavernish name. Oh, there you go. Sorry, we reclaimed some space by destroying some unusable stone. So we've actually reclaimed some space around here. Now, we can't place any more things there to mine because, well, it doesn't work that way. I'm going to place a stone road there and demolish these other two bits, because then we will actually free up the space for some cemeteries. Like that. And we now have decent happiness trending towards 91. Okay, so we have now the extra homes on this side. We have all of that removed, so we can build from castle here an archer school. And the question is, do I want to... Yeah, I'll put it that side. I don't know what we'll place in this little gap here, but we'll see. Maybe even... Do I want another granary? I think we can build a small granary, can't we? Do I want to build a small granary? Don't need a fire brigade because I think that's within range still. Produce storage we've got there, and I think that is all right. Food storage, 116 out of 125, so maybe a couple more produce storages like that. That one didn't actually rotate to the correct orientation. It reset when I placed the other one. So there you are. Yeah, because that one's maxed out. So storing the rest will hopefully help us out. Next dragon attack within 1 year. So hopefully we will see what this thing does. It has a little jingle when we click on it as well. By the way, today's beverage is a chamomile tea. The merchant has arrived. We'll have a little chat, and we can see that they are selling... Oh, zoomed in a bit too much to the boat there. We can see that they are, once again, wanting to take some stone, some wood. We'll give them some charcoal, although how we like for charcoal? Plus 26, that is fine. We'll accept all of that. And do we want armaments? We will sell certainly some of the apples because we've got a lot of that, and 32 armaments. No, we won't sell anymore because I think we've already maxed it out anyway. Okay, so we can't realistically get any more. So what I'll do is not buy any more, but we'll check our great library, and we're going to go for armor piercing technology. Takes 3 years to do that, but it's worth the expenditure, I think. And we now have a dragon, actually 2 dragons. There's one there and the one coming back. So the first one is the giant red dragon, and it looks like they're just standing there and getting shot, but they are definitely coming towards this dragon. Or is it coincidental that they're coming over here? No, it does seem to be that they're heading towards that. First dragon is now down, and somewhat ironically, it's going to land, I was going to say on the butcher, which apparently they do butcher the animals, and then you can have dragon meat for tea, or dinner, or supper, or breakfast. It's really, a meal of choice, that one. And yeah, it seems to be they're coming towards that location, so that seemed to work. So very happy with that. Let's have a quick look at the dragon. We can see it's all... Oh yeah, okay, so they are actually... Hang on, let's get a better view of this one. So they are actually taking bits of the dragon, carving up the wings there. And where are they taking that? Are they taking that to the butcher? I think they might be. So coming through, dragon wings. I imagine those would be quite spicy. Hang on, did they just take them into the house? Yes, they did. Fine, I guess. In terms of our people, I'm just checking here. You can see the happiness in the home. It's not telling us exactly why. Alright, so hang on, there we go. We're just going to check this one here, which is in the centre. Happiness is 81. Access to charcoal, yes. Has neighbours, yes. Road access, yes. Access to drinkable water, yes. Residents enjoy nearby library, yes. Nearby church. Tavern, hick. Residents enjoy town square, okay. Residents enjoy nearby statue. Bathhouse. Library. And church again. But that's a cathedral, actually. Yes, cathedral. Okay. So, happy with that. Good. And, were those trees always there? No, they might have just grown near it. Fair enough. Right, so we've got another little extra expansion there. We now have another archer. Well, we have now archer school. So what I'm going to do is get an archer, and I'll train 2 archer squads, I think would be reasonable. And we need a way for them to get up to the walls now, because if we look over at the castle blocks, we do have a castle stairs. So if I placed it there, they would be able to get up to that. I'm going to assume that you are allowed to place them near the road, and they would be able to get up to that corner. Is that the case, though? What I'll do is I'll place one in the... is that high enough for them, though? I don't actually know how it works, you see. What I'll do then is I'll place one over here, out of the way. Alright, okay, so it puts a little door in, which I'm hoping allows them to then go in and round. What I'll do then, to test once again, is put a castle stair block there, which looks to go on the road, doesn't demolish the road, and doesn't hinder or impede the villagers. They seem to be walking through fine, which is excellent. Alright, good. So, what else do we need? Well, I think over in this location we do need some more... Well, we need a tavern, and we need probably a pub. Sorry, a tavern, and we need a library. I'm going to actually demolish that little house, because we have more than enough people around here, and that will become a library, like so. Library's in. I'm going to have a clinic, because we don't have a clinic around these parts either, which will go quite nicely here. I was going to have this as fields, but I think a clinic sits... Would it sit in there? It wouldn't sit in there, which is a shame. Do I put it near the end of the Noria or here? I think just in that corner would be fine. Nice little clinic there. And then we will have the tavern at the far end. Maybe even... Do we have a small market? Oh, the small market even fits under here. That is perfect. So, I love the little markets underneath the the Nori and the aqueduct network. That's quite good. Like, you get them in real life under, like, archways and such in, well, many places, but a lot of big cities have them as well. So let's go over, and it'll be in here, tavern. Tavern will go at the end there, which may be a bit rowdy for this house, but at least they'll have access to the tavern. Do I want to build the wall? See, I think what's going to happen eventually is this is going to be removed, and we'll just extend to this area right along to the edge. That's probably what we'll end up doing, but we'll have to see how we get on there. Once again, I'm thinking of continuously removing these rocks, which is in industry, and does require some tooling to do that. So what I'll do is, well, where's the best place for them to be removed? Over here, perhaps. There's 2 of those removed, and we now have our castle stairs in, which is good. And oh, we have archers as well. So let's have a look at our archers. We'll bring them over here, and good grief, that's a harvest. And there are our archers now. So we have archers. Let's see if we can bring them up to the walls. We can. So they go in and there. So if I click there, yeah, they go up and through and round. Brilliant. Okay, that's what we want. So I'm going to keep them on the walls over here, because all of the walls do connect in the corners and such. So what I'll do is, in each corner, maybe not in each corner, but in a lot of the corners here, and in a lot of the sort of connection bits, I'm going to have little entrance ways to allow them to get up to the edge there. No point in them having it these areas, because we can't get there. Place one there. Place one in there. And I think that's about right. Okay. Good. So already we figured out how statues work. Generally they just stand around doing nothing, but the statues, that's what we expected. We have the archers built. I'm going to place some more defences here. And that will include a arch tower on the top, because Vikings are arriving shortly. So as I said, moving these archers up, maybe we can get another set of archers. Right, we are currently without. We need more people, basically. We need more population. So how am I going to do this? I think it's going to have to be around here, isn't it? Extending the wall along here. That's what we'll do then. We will... Do we even do that? Or do we just extend it to there and then along to this section? There. And then it means that all of this can be within inside our town. I'm hesitant to do that, because that means we've got a lot of walls further out. I think what we'll do is take it in stages. We'll build across here. Across all here. Cut all of these trees out, remove that bit there because it's pretty much in the way. And then we'll extend the wall down, remove this wall, and then put more things around this outside. Obviously this is all barren land. We've got some very fertile here as well, so we're probably going to have some more farming, because with the extra townspeople around here we probably will have to have that. So yeah, we'll see about that one. Where else can we put housing? Well, we could potentially put housing here, but with this being very fertile, I'm hesitant to do that. Minus 78 total food as well, so we do need more food. It's minus 2 fish. How are we doing for fish? It says 411 food from farms and 380 food from orchards. 2 food from bakeries. Wow, that's terrible. 19 fish from fishing industry, and food from pigs is good as well. So the piggeries are actually working well. And I'm tempted to get some more. We could potentially put some more in. Where would I put them though? Swine herd. We could put a swine herd. We can't put a swine herd there. I'd have to remove that, which isn't a big problem, is it? Put a swine herd there because it does fit in. I will replace, however, that little stairwell. Oh, I can't, because it's right next against the Noria. I can't. So I'll place it in that bit there, even though there's one there, but that allows us to gain access to that. Okay, and then we can have more food around here. So let's have a quick look at that, although I'm not entirely convinced this is... Is it the best way of doing it? I mean, we're only on minus a bit. We've got many more years before we can sort it. But the thing is, I'm maxed out on jobs. Oh, and the Vikings are invading. Where are they invading from? That direction, over there, as we've seen previously. Okay, you know what? I think we will leave it there. A bit of a cliffhanger, but not really. We've seen this before, and hopefully, because of... Oh, they haven't actually built this yet. Anyway, we'll see them go around this side, and hopefully with the archers, we'll move them over to here and see how we get on. Either way, next episode, we will crack on. I think get some more food around this location. We will need more farms, because obviously wheat... from the swine herd, you need wheat for the swine herd, and then we'll think about maybe expanding over to this side. I don't know exactly how large, but I'm very tempted to just go straight ahead, like across there, remove this wall, keep these in. I'll probably just extend the wall. I mean, I'll probably just delete that. I'll probably just extend to the area, the edge there, and then put some towers around, but obviously that'll be a fairly big task. So we'll have to see how we get on. Either way, hope you have enjoyed this video. We've got a fairly decent progress, I think. We've got statues, we've got ladders to the wall edges, we've got some archers, 2 of, obviously started research on with the Great Library here, which is now completed, which is excellent. We do need some more tax collectors, more people, more stuff, more better. Either way, hope you have enjoyed it, and hopefully it's been a relaxing one for you as well. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.